everyone. So it is Sunday, September 1st, and I just decided I'm going to do a vlog this week. And part of it is because we've been gone for a week on vacation, and so I haven't done any content. Like, I didn't pre-film, I didn't do any filming, or barely even reading on vacation. And I just feel like updating you guys, giving you currently reading, talking a little bit. I know that by the time this vlog comes out, there will be videos because I plan on filming some this weekend, but still, I'm just in the mood to talk to the camera and tell you guys what's going on. So I figured I would talk a little bit about my currently reading this week and also kind of give you updates on stuff that's going on in the house. I'm sitting next to my closet. This is another impromptu reason why I was cleaning my closet. I have like my giant pile of all my shoes I own, and I'm about to organize them into my closet because they've been like in just a big pile in our like coat closet up until now, and I'm gonna put them in my bedroom closet. And while I was in there, I realized my tripod's in here. I'm just gonna start a vlog. So that's basically the origin of this vlog. And also, I know this week we have some big stuff happening because in 2 days we're going to go get Kittens, and everyone loves to watch Kittens, right? So I thought, good week to vlog, the week that we get our kittens. So this will be a mismatch of stuff I'm reading, stuff I'm doing around the house, kittens, all kinds of fun stuff this week. So first of all, thought I'd just update you guys on what I'm reading currently, and we'll see what I get done reading this week. I said I didn't read much on vacation. The reason was that I feel like lately I keep starting these books that I'm just not interested in, not invested in. I don't know if it's a mood. I don't know if this is a slump. I've never believed in a reading slump because I always just felt like sometimes you're just not in the mood to read. That's not a slump. That just means you're in the mood for other things. But I feel like I'm in a slump because it's not that I'm not in the mood to read. It's that everything that I've picked up in the last week, I have not liked. And it could be like, I really don't like it, like I DNF it, or it could just be, it's not a 4 or 5 star read, it's just going to be an average read. And I just have had a lot of these average or not liking. I've DNF'd a ton in the last week. So yeah, I'm just feeling like I'm not liking anything, and I don't know if that's the definition of a slump. Might be. So I'm technically actively reading 3 things right now, 2 physically and 1's an audiobook. I'm not really loving any of them, and I'm actually going to DNF. I've just decided to DNF my audiobook, but I'm going to tell you about it and tell you why, because it's a popular book. I was listening to it when I started this project of the shoes, and I'm just like, I'm not enjoying it. I'm going to stop. I'm not going to keep listening to this audiobook. I've done that with like 3 other audiobooks in the last week, but this one I got farther in. I got about 30% in before I DNF'd, and that is P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han, the second book in the To All the Boys I Loved Before series. This is a popular series. I read the first book a year ago, right before the movie came out. I liked the first book, gave it 4 stars, thought it was a solid, YA romantic book. And I think part of that is that I like the fake dating trope. I thought it was good. I didn't see why it would need to be a whole series though. And when I finished it, I was like, should I continue? I was going to. I actually started the second book right afterwards. Because if you've never read the books and you've only watched the movie, the first book kind of ends on a cliffhanger. So I did like read the first couple chapters of the next book. Felt satisfied. Put it away. It's a year later and I'm like, maybe I should continue it. No. I made it 30% through and I'm not going to. I'm done with this series. I don't feel like it needed to be a series. Felt like it was fine as a standalone. If you just put the first couple chapters of book 2 into book 1, would have been fine. Also, I didn't realize that the movie is not just book 1. The movie contains a lot of stuff in book 2 so far because I'm only 30% into the book and everything was in the movie so far. And I know there's probably gonna be more. I've heard there's like more of a love triangle in book 2, and I just don't care because right now everything that's happening is all stuff that was in the movie, and so I just feel very repetitive and I'm not enjoying it, so I just don't see any reason to continue. So I'm giving it up. And it's a little sad because I made it 30%, it's not like a ton, but I was feeling like, should I keep going, should I not? And I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm not gonna keep going with books that I am not enjoying and I don't think I'm gonna enjoy, because so far, it's not even just that it was in the movie, I just am not really liking the way the drama is playing out. You know, I like in the first one when it was like them getting together maybe because of fake dating, like, you know, will they get together or won't they kind of thing. But this whole like relationship drama, and there's a lot of slut shaming. I don't want to like spoil what the plot is in book 2 since it is a sequel, but yeah, there's a lot of slut shaming, and I just don't enjoy that content. I don't like the way it's really being handled, and obviously I haven't read the whole book, so it could like come around to like a better conclusion, but I'm just not liking the way it's going right now, so I'm giving it up. So that's the audiobook that I'm DNFing. And then I am currently reading 2 books that I'm about halfway through. Let me go get those for you and show you. Alright, so, sorry, I just sat on my shoes. I'm reading 2 different books. I'm reading Dumplin' by Julie Murphy, and about the halfway point. And this, I have been reading this book for 2 weeks, and only halfway through. And it's a YA contemporary. It shouldn't take this long to get through it, but I'm just not finding that interesting. But I want to watch the movie, so I figure I should finish it. So I am going to finish this one. It's just going to take me a while. I thought it would be like a 3-day read. It is not. It's taking me forever. I don't know. I'll talk more about it when I get more in, but I'm just not like really feeling invested. I don't love the characters. I'm finding it kind of slow and boring, which I've heard a lot of people say about the book as opposed to the movie, so we'll see if I can get through that. And then the other one is really sad, and that's Inspection by Josh Malerman. I am also at about 50%, and it was a slog. This is the only book I really read on my vacation. I listened to an audiobook, but this is the only book I physically read. I was planning on reading like 3 books on vacation. I brought a ton with me, brought like 8 books with me. Was like super excited to read a lot. And this is the first book I decided to pick up, which was a mistake because every time I would read it, I would fall asleep or put it down. And so in one whole week of vacation, when I had plenty of free time, I only got 200 pages read. And that's really disappointing for me. And it's not that this is like necessarily a bad book. It's just kind of boring. And it has such a good setup. Like, it seems really interesting. Like, if you read the like front cover, you know, it's talking about this like experiment where they're separating this group of boys from the rest of the world. They've never seen a woman before, and so it's supposed to be that they have no distractions. And what will they create? What kind of like intelligence and stuff will they have with no outside distractions? Just growing up alone in this tower without anything in the real world to distract them. And yeah, that sounds like a great premise, but in actuality, it's kind of boring. And I just don't know if it's his writing, because a lot of people like Bird Box. I've never read anything by him before, but I'm finding the writing just really boring and convoluted, and so, yeah. It's just, we'll see. I don't want to DNF it because I think the second half is going to start getting better. Like, stuff is starting to happen now, but yeah, not loving anything I'm reading. Good morning. It is Monday, Labor Day, so my husband has a day off, and today we're just going to be getting stuff done. Yesterday, I had told you how I was working in my closet. I did finish that. I have one of these like shoe hangy things, and so I put all my shoes in there, all my boots next to it, and then anything that didn't fit in there, I got rid of. So I actually ended up getting rid of like 5 or 6 pairs of shoes that I didn't want anymore. So this, let's see, I have some boxes. So these boxes are actually all things I'm getting rid of. So Eliza wants to say hi. So like in that whole organization, I ended up getting rid of a bunch of stuff. I also had some jewelry stuff I got rid of because the other thing I did yesterday was my husband hung up this jewelry thing for me. So I used to have my necklaces laying down in this container that went in my dresser, and it just wasn't working for me. So I hung this up. So this has all of my necklaces, and it turned out I owned the exact amount of hooks there were. And then up above are like all of the pendants that I can switch out. And then all my other jewelry I just keep in this box my dad made. So my dad made this at like a woodworking shaker box class. So all my bracelets and rings are in there. And then this little one has all of my earrings. I don't really wear earrings anymore, So that's why there's just a little one. So yesterday was just a project day, so I focused mainly in this room because the reason we never did our bedroom was that the one thing we lost in the move was a bracket on our bed. So this whole time we've basically been laying on our mattress on the floor because we couldn't put together our bed frame. It's Amish made. That store doesn't even exist anymore. So my husband had to like create the bracket from scratch. Like he had to bend a piece of steel, punch the holes, all that in order to make a bracket. And he finally did that yesterday. So you can see our bed is finally up off the ground. We still have to put up pictures and stuff, but we were able to put like the dresser in place, put up the jewelry thing, and organize it. I had to get out of the bedroom because Eliza was like throwing breakable things. So we're back in the living room and I wanted to give you my book update. So yesterday I was saying that Dumpling wasn't going so well for me. I was just kind of bored with it. And so what I decided yesterday was, since I had DNF'd my audiobook of P.S. I Still Love You, I decided to look and see if I had an audiobook for this at the library, and I did. And so like it took me over 2 weeks to read the first half of this book, and then I ended up reading the rest of it in audiobook in one day. So it was a smart move. I still didn't love this book by the end. I still felt it was just kind of like, I don't know. I felt like it was just really slow moving. Not much was happening. I didn't really like being in the main character's head, Willow Dean. Like, she's just very negative, and I understand why. Like, I just had a discussion with a friend of mine about this book, and she really, like, she'd only seen the movie. She hadn't read the book, so I don't know how much different they are, but she was, like, kind of, I said that I didn't like the main character because she was very negative and kind of mean to everybody in her life, and she was saying, as somebody that doesn't have the typical skinny body that is praised in America, that she really appreciated the way Willow Dean acted and understood that, like, when you've been kind of ostracized or made fun of for the way you look your whole life, that it can bring up that bitterness. I get that, but I still didn't like being in her head. I think I'll like the movie better because I won't be in her, like, thoughts and constantly have those negative thoughts going on and negative thoughts towards other people and jealousy and all that stuff, that it'll be better as a movie, because I was just like tired of being in her head all the time. Editing Kelly here, and I just want to say that I did see the movie this week and I forgot to put it in the vlog, and I love the movie. Thought it was actually a lot better than the book. I thought that the way they took out the love triangle, which, in case you don't know, there is a love triangle in Dumpling, which is just weird and unnecessary, and the movie took that out. The movie also just made Willow Dean a much better character. I loved her a lot more, and I actually cried like I think 4 times during the movie. I might have just been emotional, but I still loved it a lot better than the book. So this is one chance or time when the movie was better for me than the book. Hey everyone, it is Tuesday and we're at the pet clinic and about to get our kittens. I'm back in the car with Eliza because she was kind of having a flip out and we didn't want to scare the kittens, but my husband is signing off for them and we're taking home 2 little black kittens. I will show them to you when we get home. They're super adorable. It's kitten time. Look at it. Which one is this one? This one's Raven. And then we got, oops, gotta get them. And this one is Onyx. Aren't they just so cute? They're pretty much all black, but Raven has one little white spot on his belly. They're just so adorable.
And this one can also bite you. When they are little, they could squeak you too.
Little nibbles and little scratches. Yeah, kittens can do that, but they're so sweet. Don't pick them up too much like that. You gotta hold them gentle. And they're hanging out in our bathroom because while they're really little, they haven't like been neutered or anything. They're brand new to the house, so we wanted to make sure they get accustomed to the house, and we don't want them to get out of the house obviously when they're not neutered. So yeah, they're just so tiny right now. I think they're only like a month and a half, so little babies. All right, so it is Wednesday, and plot twist, we have a 3rd kitten. Yep, there's 1 and 2, and then where's the other one? Where are you? There's a 3rd one. So 3 kittens now. So what happened was we had gone in on Tuesday and there were 3 litter mates, these 3 boys, and we had originally only wanted 2, and then we got there and we saw them all together and how sweet they were, and we're like, well, we'll take 3. We've had 3 cats before. It'll be fine. And this is Bernadette with her kittens. And but then when we went, like, told the vet tech that, she was like, well, we already have an application in on 1 of them, so you can only take 2. So we're like, okay, well, let us know if it falls through, because we wouldn't want to leave that kitten all by himself. And we get a call, like, that evening, so last night, get a call saying that the person never showed up that hadn't done the application for the 3rd one. And so this morning, first thing in the morning, we went and picked up Cole. So now we have 3 little boy kittens. Aren't they cute? It's hard to get them all at one time because there's always a kitten running away. But yeah, 3 kittens. This will be fun. Hey, so it's later that evening. I am going to bed really early. Like, it's 8:30. It's sad, but I'm not going to fall asleep. I'm probably going to read for a little bit. I'm just so tired. I don't know what it is. It's just today is one of those days where the kids didn't nap. We had the kittens, everything. It was just a tiring day. So I'm going to sit here and I'm probably going to listen to an audiobook because my eyes are tired too. What I'm going to listen to tonight is The Lost World by Michael Crichton. I started a buddy read today with Amanda from the Curly Reader. I've already started this because I had some time earlier to listen to it in the car, and so I'm like 50 pages in. So I'm going to continue to listen to this for a little while until it's like at a time where I actually feel like I can go to sleep. Like, going to sleep at 8:30 is kind of ridiculous. So I'm going to listen for a little while, and then when it gets more close to like 9:30 or so, then I'm just going to go to bed. Hey, it's Thursday, so last night I did end up going to bed early. It was like 9:30 or so it wasn't like 8:30. And so I just listened to another 50 pages, so I'm like 100 pages into The Lost World. Still finding it interesting, but it hasn't really like gone to the like fast-paced action that Jurassic Park was. So I'm assuming that it'll get there. It's just setting up. It's setting up a whole bunch of new characters and everything, so we're just taking our time, I guess, getting to know what's going on in the sequel. And then in terms of kittens, we decided to open up the bathroom and let them into our bedroom as well, because they were like kept going towards the door. So we thought they need a little bigger area. So they've been out here. So I'll put some clips of them playing in the bigger space. So Bernadette has Raven. Raven is the snuggler, so he's the one with the little white patch, or the big white patch, and he is the snuggler of the group. And so he's often in Bernadette's arms. I think they're going to be bonded. Though I think he wants Downby, because he still wants to play sometimes. But he's a snuggle bug. Aw, see, he loves you. Hey everyone, it's Friday, and I'm just snuggling with a kitty, watching some Booktube, watching Alex Black right now. I guess Onyx enjoys Booktube too, because he's been snuggling here, watching. Maybe he just likes the light on the screen, but yes, that's what we're doing, chilling. I just listened to some of The Lost World. I'm at about 50%, mostly listening on the audiobook, and I have to say not much has happened so far. I'm kind of disappointed because I feel like in Jurassic Park I did think there was a lot of science-y jargon, which, you know, makes sense. It's science fiction, it's supposed to have science-y jargon, but it was like to the point of like, you know, kind of bothering me a bit. But in this one it's like overly done because it's so much science explaining, not much action is happening. And we're 50% through and not much has happened. And so that's the only thing that bothered me. At least in Jurassic Park it didn't like really interrupt the flow of the book because there was still plenty of stuff happening. But in this one, nothing at the 50% mark, really. I mean, I can't say nothing. There's been a couple things, but it just isn't like action-packed. So I'm hoping that we'll start getting to some more dinosaur action, because that's why you read Jurassic Park and the Lost World, right? But anyways, I'm taking a break from that and gonna watch some more BookTube. Yeah, say bye-bye, Onyx. Bye-bye.
Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. This I was planning to read for Unicorn from the Bookish Lands Agatha August readathon. I've never read Agatha Christie before, so I wanted to read one just for that, and then I didn't. So
So it's actually Monday afternoon, and I had meant to, after that clip, this last clip that was Friday, I meant on Saturday to wrap things up, tell you my thoughts on the Lost World, and finish this vlog. But then this weekend just was chaos, and things got away from me. So on Saturday, I just got really like in the mood to fix up the house, because we had done a ton of like unpacking right when we moved in. We got things to like where it was livable, but then like we were waiting for furniture, and we were waiting to paint and like put up pictures and all this stuff, and our furniture, last of our furniture came in on Friday, I believe, and so I just was in the mood to do it all. So I'm not in the living room, so I can't show you. So I'm just gonna show you a picture of our living room now, and also after we got the furniture, I decided to put up pictures. So we put up pictures and clocks and stuff, and then I was like, well, while we're at it, we had this like ugly pumpkin colored wall that was an accent wall in the kitchen that I really hated, the like pumpkin-y mud color. And so I bought paint and painted over it. Come here, Eliza. Eliza's trying to talk to the kittens, so you hear her chattering. Yeah, so that Saturday was just consumed by that. And then Sunday, I developed a UTI, and Sunday was basically a day of just being extremely tired and in pain. And then this morning I spent basically the entire day at the Minute Clinic, because I don't have a primary care person yet, so I had to go to the Minute Clinic. You know, they tell you can like sign in online and like get a time. Well, I signed in for a time, and I was there for so long after the time, I had to go pick up Bernadette from preschool and then go back. Luckily, she kept me like on the queue in the right order, but still, I mean, I basically got home at 2 o'clock after being at the Minute Clinic since like, 9 or 10. So it was a hard thing. I'm gonna get my antibiotics in just a little bit. So I thought I would just wrap this up, because I want to be able to edit this tonight and get it up tomorrow. I did finish The Lost World on audiobook while I was painting on Saturday, and this turned out to be a 3-star read. It just wasn't great. It wasn't as good as Jurassic Park. It just was a little bit boring, and as opposed to like Jurassic Park, which was more thrilling. Like, I don't know. And all the action that happens in this one is all like based off of stupid things the humans do, and yet all the humans are like PhD type scientists, and I'm like, why are they making all these stupid decisions when these are supposed to be really smart people that know about dinosaurs, and yet they're making really dumb choices, and their choices are leading to being eaten, basically, or attacked. So yeah, it just kind of drove me nuts. Where I feel like in the first one, it wasn't, sorry, you're gonna get kittens. Can you be gentle with her? With him? In the first one, I felt like it was more like all the action. In the first one, I felt like the action was more just based around survival, where this one was just stupid choices. So yes, and I did end up starting an audiobook, because I've had a big string, I said, of disappointing books that I thought would be better than they turned out to be. So I started another audiobook yesterday called The Mighty Heart of Sunny St. James by Ashley Herring Blake. It's a middle grade book, and I'm only like an hour and a half into it, and I'm loving it so far. So I'm excited to be getting a quick read that'll be fun, and will hopefully get me out of this like 3-star run. Please carry the kitties with both hands. Both hands, please. Sorry, there's a lot of teaching of the kids how to like hold the kittens. So yeah, that's the end of my vlog. Sorry it was a bit of craziness the last 2 days have just been nuts. Yeah, so I will talk to you next time. Bye.
Pause the sniper and I close. It's snowing like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then just purring, purring, purring.